My dear heart, I have something I would love to share with you if you would be willing to give me just a few quiet moments. Not because I need to rush you, but because what I want to say carries a gentleness that can only be felt when the noise around you settles for just a little while. Would you allow me this small space of time? I promise it will not be wasted. These moments together, you and I, are precious to me, and I have been waiting for a window like this when your heart might be ready to hear what I have been longing to tell you. I know how busy your days are. I know how many voices call for your attention, how many responsibilities pull at you from every direction. I would never want to add pressure to what you are already carrying, so I am not demanding your time. I am inviting you into it, into this quiet space where it is just us, where my voice can reach you without competing with everything else. If you can stay here with me for these few moments, I believe something beautiful will happen between us. Something that has been waiting to unfold. This message found its way to you through someone who cares about you. Someone who may not have fully understood why they felt moved to share it with you, but their heart sensed something. And I want you to know that I was part of that gentle nudge. I know who you trust. I know whose voice feels safe to you. I know who can reach you when others cannot. And so I used that connection, that love between hearts, to bring these words to you. Not to manipulate, but to meet you where you feel most at ease. I chose this path because I wanted you to feel warmth before you felt anything else. I wanted you to sense that this comes from a place of care, not control. You are not being cornered, you are being called closer. There is a difference, my child, and I need you to know that difference as we begin. You may have been feeling like I have been distant, like my voice has grown quiet in your life. Like the prayers you have whispered into the night have gone unheard. I want you to know that is not true. I have been here all along. I have been closer than you realized, speaking in ways you may not have recognized as my voice. But I was here. I am here, and I have never stopped reaching for you. I spoke to you in the small moments, in the phrase you overheard that seemed meant just for you. In the passage you read that stayed with you longer than expected, in the sudden thought that interrupted your routine and made your heart pause. Those were not accidents. Those were me, gently tapping on the door of your heart. I spoke to you in the silence too. I know that silence has been hard. I know there were times when you felt like I had turned away, like your prayers were bouncing back unanswered. But my silence was never absence. It was me protecting you from things you could not yet see, guiding you away from paths that would have hurt you. I know how difficult that has been. I know how many nights you wondered if you had done something wrong, if you had been forgotten. You were not. You have never been forgotten. I spoke through people in your life as well, sometimes through encouragement, through someone seeing good in you that you could not yet see. Other times through correction, through words that challenged you. You felt something stir in those moments, did you not? But there were times you pushed it aside because it asked more than you felt ready to give, and I understand that. If this is touching something inside you, would you take a moment to share this message with someone who might need to hear it too? I even spoke through the pain you have carried. I did not cause that pain, my child, but I was with you inside of it. I used those moments of loss, those seasons of heartbreak, to slow you down when life was pulling you too fast in directions not aligned with who you truly are. In those moments when everything felt fragile, I was there. I spoke to you through the waiting itself, through those long stretches when nothing seemed to move, when doors stayed closed, when progress felt stalled. I know you questioned your worth during those seasons, but the waiting was never punishment. It was my patience wrapping around your life, keeping you from stepping into things before you were ready. I was strengthening roots you could not see. There were moments when you felt a clear pull in your heart, a nudge to pause, to change direction, to come back to me more fully, and there were times you ignored it. Not because you were rebellious, but because you were tired, afraid, uncertain. I never stopped loving you in those moments. I simply waited, because love that is forced is not love at all. My patience with you has no end. I do not grow tired of reaching for you. I do not grow cold with delay. Even when you turned away, even when you tried to carry everything on your own, I remained. I watched over you. I protected you. I guided steps you did not even realize were being guided, That is who I am to you. That is who I will always be. But this moment is different. This is not just another gentle whisper. This is a moment of alignment. A moment when clarity is being offered because you are ready to receive it in a way you were not before. Your heart has been softened by everything you have walked through. Your spirit has been stretched by the waiting. What once would have passed by you unnoticed can now be understood. That is why I am speaking with such clarity now. You are standing at the edge of something. You may not see it clearly yet, but change is coming. There are decisions forming that will shape more than just your next step. And I will not let you walk into them without hearing me clearly, if you are willing to listen. I am not here to remind you of past failures. I am here to show you that every time I tried to reach you before was leading to this moment. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been meaningless. Even your delays have taught you something about yourself, about your limits, about your need for me. This moment gathers all those previous whispers into one clear voice. And that voice is mine, steady and loving and present. Please do not rush past this the way you may have rushed past other moments. Stay here with me a little longer. Let your heart remain open. I have been reaching for you because you matter so deeply to me. And now more than ever I need you to know that I am here, speaking clearly. Because what comes next will require your trust in a way you have not yet experienced. My beloved child, can I ask you to slow down for just a few moments more? I know how quickly your mind moves. I know how easily your thoughts run ahead to the next task, the next worry. I know how rare it feels to simply be still without guilt. But I am gently asking you to pause here with me, not because I want to take something from you, but because I want to give you something you cannot receive while rushing. These moments are sacred to me, and they are enough for me to meet you exactly where you are. Take a breath. Let your shoulders drop. Let the tension begin to loosen. You have grown so accustomed to moving quickly because the world demands constant motion. But my voice does not compete with noise. I speak in clarity. And clarity requires stillness. I am not asking you to fix yourself. I am just asking you to be here, present with me. Stillness might feel uncomfortable. When things get quiet, thoughts rise. Memories surface. Worries speak louder. You have learned to stay busy to avoid feeling what waits underneath. I see that. But stillness is not your enemy. Stillness is where truth can reach you without resistance. Your life has been moving at a pace that leaves almost no room for listening. Messages, responsibilities, expectations, they flood your days. And in all that motion, my voice can feel distant, not because I am far, but because you are overwhelmed. I have been speaking, but urgency has made it difficult for you to hear. I do not speak in panic. I speak in peace. And peace requires space. When you slow down, your heart becomes receptive again. You were not created to live constantly hurried. You were created to walk with me aware and grounded. Open your heart now, even if you are not sure what that means. Openness does not require perfect faith. It only requires willingness. Willingness to listen without arguing. Willingness to be honest about what you feel instead of hiding. I am not intimidated by your doubts. I am drawn to your honesty. Let your guard down here. You do not need to protect yourself from me. This moment is set apart. Sacred moments often arrive quietly, disguised as small pauses you almost skip. But what makes a moment sacred is my presence within it. And I am here now, fully present, fully near. You are not wasting time. You are aligning your heart with truth. I know you are used to multitasking, to dividing your attention, but I am asking you to let this moment stand alone. When you listen with your whole heart, something shifts inside you. You begin to feel grounded instead of scattered. You begin to sense direction instead of confusion. Let yourself stay here just a little longer. Nothing will be lost by waiting. So much will be gained. These few moments of your attention are enough for me to begin something meaningful within you. I do not need long speeches from you. I just need your awareness. And when you give me that, I will meet you with clarity, with peace, with truth that settles deeply. You do not have to strive to hear me. You simply have to stop running long enough to notice that I am already here. My beloved child, I know what you have been carrying, even the parts you have never spoken aloud. I know the weight that settles when the day ends. I know the quiet heaviness that follows you even into moments that should feel joyful. You smile, you function, you keep going, but inside, you are holding more than you were meant to bear alone. I see the loneliness you feel, not just when physically alone, but even when surrounded by people. That kind of loneliness makes you question why connection feels just out of reach. You wonder why you can listen and support others, yet still feel so unseen yourself. That loneliness has not escaped my sight. I know your exhaustion, not just body tiredness, but soul weariness. You have been strong for so long. You have kept going when you wanted to stop. There are days when even simple tasks feel heavy, when your spirit feels thin. I am not asking you to minimize what you feel. I see it fully. I know about prayers that seem unanswered, at least in the way you hoped. I know how many times you have asked, waited, trusted, then waited more. I know how disappointment slowly crept in. You wondered if your prayers were wrong, if your faith was too weak. Sometimes you stopped praying about certain things altogether. Not because you stopped believing, but because it hurt too much to hope again. I know that pain. Write amen if you feel seen by these words, if you sense that I truly know what you have been carrying. There are moments when you feel forgotten, as if others are moving forward while you remain in the same place. You watch doors open for people around you, lives shift, and you ask yourself why yours feels paused. That feeling cuts deeply because it makes you question your worth, your timing, your place. Hear me clearly, you are not forgotten. I have never lost sight of you. You feel delayed, as though your life is always one step behind where it should be. Plans take longer. Progress feels slower. You compare where you are to where you thought you would be, and the gap hurts. That disappointment does not offend me. It draws me closer, because I know how heavy unfulfilled expectations feel. You have also felt overlooked, unchosen, not recognized. You gave your best, your effort, your heart, and it felt like it went unnoticed. But unseen does not mean unvalued. I see what others missed. I honor what others overlook. Your feelings are valid. Your exhaustion makes sense. Your loneliness has a reason. I am not disappointed in you for feeling these things. I know the path you have walked. I know the strength it has taken just to remain standing. You have carried weight never meant to be permanent. You told yourself this is just how life is. But you do not have to carry everything alone. You were designed to walk with me, to lean on me, to rest in me, to release what is too heavy. There are wounds you never named because you did not think they mattered enough. There are disappointments you buried. There are questions you stopped asking. I know all of it. Nothing you carry is hidden from me. Nothing you feel disqualifies you from my love. I am not waiting for you to fix yourself before I draw near. I am already near. Feeling tired does not mean you are weak. Feeling lonely does not mean you are unlovable. Feeling delayed does not mean you are behind. These feelings are signals, not judgments. They show your humanity, not your failure. I am not here to rush you through your pain. I am here to sit with you in it, to acknowledge it, and to remind you it does not define your future. What you are carrying now is not the final chapter. It is a season, and seasons change. Bring what you are carrying to me without fear of rejection. I am not overwhelmed by your emotions. I am not tired of your questions. I am patient, present, compassionate. I carry what you cannot. I hold what feels too heavy. I restore what feels depleted. You are not forgotten. You are known, seen, deeply loved. As you remain here with me, acknowledging what you carry instead of hiding it, you will begin to feel the weight shift, not all at once, but gently, faithfully, as I take what you were never meant to carry alone and replace it with my peace. My beloved child, you may think I have been silent, but I have not. I know it felt that way. I know there were long stretches when heaven seemed quiet, when your prayers did not receive answers you could recognize. You waited, you listened, and when nothing obvious appeared, your heart began to ache. You wondered if I had stepped back, if I had grown distant. But my silence was never absence. It was intention. It was love moving in ways you could not yet see. Sometimes the most profound work happens in silence. I was not ignoring you. I was protecting you. I was shaping you. I was preparing you for answers that required a stronger foundation. You prayed for certain things, and when they did not come quickly, you assumed I said no. But often my answer was not no. It was not yet. Not because I wanted to withhold, but because I saw what you could not. Timing that needed to align. Lessons you needed to learn. Wounds that needed healing before you could hold what you were asking for without it hurting you. My delays were not denials. They were preparations wrapped in love. There were moments when you felt I was far away, but I was closer than your breath. I was in the waiting with you, holding you together when you felt like falling apart. You did not sense my presence because you were looking for grand gestures, loud confirmations. But I often move quietly in ways that require trust more than proof. I know you wanted clear answers, direction spelled out plainly. But if I had done that, you would have walked by sight, not by faith. And faith is what grows you. So instead I gave you enough light for the next step. Peace in the midst of not knowing, strength to keep going when the way was unclear. You may have felt abandoned in those quiet seasons, but you were never alone. I was teaching you to recognize my presence not by noise, but by peace. Not by constant words, but by steady faithfulness. And you did survive. You are still here. That itself is evidence I never left you. Now I am speaking more clearly because the season is shifting. What required silence before now requires clarity. You are ready now for what you were not ready for before. Your capacity has grown. Your understanding has deepened. Your trust has been tested and proven. Do not resent the silence that came before. It was necessary. It built something in you that words alone could never build. It taught you to trust me when you could not trace me. Hear me now with confidence. I have not been silent, I have been working. And everything you thought was unanswered has been answered in ways you will soon begin to see. Trust me in this moment. I am here. I have always been here, and I will never leave you. Stay close to me, my child. We are just beginning.